I already carved 2 blocks up to this point, and I'm gonna just print this yellow. I already printed, but I'm gonna print again. So this is my yellow, and this is my extender. And tiny bit of yellow I'm adding. I don't wanna make that yellow to be too saturated in my case. And adding an extender to the ink makes it easier for printing too, okay? Because ink becomes much softer and flexible. I know Speedball also has an extender, in case you're still using extender, Speedball. Okay, so let's print this one. Hopefully your brayer is still clean after printing all black ink, especially yellow is a tricky color. If you are not really careful about your cleaning your brayer, yellow will be very frustrating, right? Okay, so it's a good time to make sure your brayers are all clean and ready for color usage. It's big block, so it's much more color than much more ink you need from previous small blocks. It's calling as extender. And if you're buying like a gambling, those probably they may call it transparent base. So I'm gonna print this one on newsprint first, and then I'm gonna print on so first newsprint is probably doesn't have to be that accurate. It's just test print. So I wanna just print this one. I missed one spot. Okay, I'm gonna print on regular paper, and then we'll talk about registration a little bit. Before printing, I want you guys to be really thinking about it's the same size block here. Okay, it's not inked. If the printing goes like this, you want to have the image the center of the paper. Okay, so if you have this kind of registration jig, you see I have those like those spacer here. This one really adjust the paper margin. Okay, so I cut some strips of plastic, so I can just have increase this paper margin here, right? And when you do that, just make sure just the image centers the paper as much as possible. Okay, so this is, I know time is up almost, so yeah. So like this registration jig, I want you to just take a look. Make sure this lines up to this bank here, okay? All right. I had some funny spot here, but it's okay. So this is the way I just print the first block. I have second block. I'm gonna print quickly. I'm gonna print this one by using a different color on top of it. I didn't want to use a magenta. That may become a little bit too dark or too saturated. So I'm mixing a yellow and magenta now. And idea is making some kind of yellow ochre-ish color. So I'm gonna put a little bit blue here, tiny bit. Not yellow ochre, I'm talking about burnt sienna. Okay, so I'm gonna print this one on top of it. It's better to wait between layers. I have printed this same yellow block earlier today. So its ink is already dry. I'm gonna print this brown on top of it. Make sure your registration jig is totally flushed. Okay, just here is totally in the same position. Right, the first test proof, so it's not gonna be that great, but right now, this is a case of 2 blocks being overlaid like this. Okay, so my plan is I'm gonna have blue sky introduced, and then that will be actually coming to the water too. So water will be like a greenish blue, not a sky blue, and blue will be actually on the sky. So I kind of have 2 different kinds of blue as a sky and water. And then black block will be introduced on top of it. Okay, so as you see that between those 2 blocks, you realize yellow is taking more space than this brown. Okay, because brown can cover the yellow. So yellow can be underneath of brown. Does it make sense to you guys?
Yeah.
Okay, doesn't have to be carved too much. Okay, it can be very much minimal amount of carving required.